Welcome to a brand new era for Metal, or as it's to be referred to from this point on, the Kevin Owens Show. I'm the new Metal Commissioner, and a lot of you are still asking yourselves, well, how did that happen? Well, the former commissioner, you know, the guy that Triple H did manage to take out, not to be confused with me, the guy that ended Triple H's career at WrestleMania 3. No, the old commissioner knew he was on borrowed time, what with all the boys in the back gunning for him. And that's why he needed someone who could replace him if needed. A guy who could lead with strength, wouldn't take any crap from anyone. A guy who knew his deepest, darkest secrets, and a man who he could count on to take out his enemies. Just ask Triple H. And here I am. In my first act as commissioner, I announced the G1 Climax tournament to crown an inaugural middleweight champion. And that G1 Climax starts here tonight. But before that, let me address a lot of people who say that I am unfit to lead, that I'm only in it for the money. Say I'm power hungry, psychotic, sadistic, crazy, dangerous. To those people, I say, you're absolutely right. But here's what you should be asking. Who has the balls to stop me? Now I suggest you get the hell out of my office before I do something I'm gonna regret. Welcome to a new era for NLW Metal. Yes, we're back and ready for the G1 Climax tournament that's set to take this brand by storm over the coming weeks. And what a way to kick off the tournament with our main event tonight, AJ Styles versus Shawn Michaels, two of the favourites to win A Block going head to head live here tonight. And of course, this whole G1 Climax was devised by the new acting commissioner of Metal, Kevin Owens. Yes, you heard that right. Through several contract stipulations, the prize fighter is now the Commander-in-Chief, and that spells potential doom for the Metal roster. But before we begin with tonight's action, let's go over the rules for this G1 Climax tournament for those who are unaware. There are two blocks, A Block and B Block. 6 wrestlers compile each block, making that 12 in total. This is a round-robin tournament, so the winners of A Block and B Block are going to wrestle in the final to decide the winner and decide the first ever Metalweight champion. And the winner of each block is determined by a points-based system. 2 points for a victory, 1 point for a draw, and none for a loss. Each match in block action is going to have a 20-minute time limit. If wrestlers finish with the same amount of points, position is determined on a head-to-head basis. And it's going to be right here on Metal each week that we're going to show you highlights of every block match and extended highlights of those crucial matchups across the tournament. Right now we're going to start with B Block and a man who's returning to NLW specifically for this tournament. That man being Y2J, Chris Jericho. This is going to be his first match back against the A-lister, The Miz. Let's see how he fares back in the squared circle and back in the spotlight. As soon as he was announced for this G1 Climax tournament, Chris Jericho set the world on fire. I'm excited to see what he's going to do in his return. Back elbow from the second rope to Miz. Miz back in it with the DDT. And The Miz is all over Jericho here in his return bout. And again on the outside, into the ring post. Miz is taking control, but not for long. Crushed in the ring post. And Jericho with the enziguri. Y2J goes for that lion song, but Miz had the knees up. Miz trying to take control of a boot, but turned into the walls. Skull crushing finale coming, no, turned around into a code breaker. And the walls of Jericho have been locked in. Miz has no choice but to tap out. Chris Jericho gets the first 2 points of this tournament. Y2J has defeated The Miz. Jericho picking up where he left off with that victory over The Miz. He picks up the first 2 points. Who else will get a victory on the board? We shall see with our next matchup between two hosses of Metal. The Big Dog versus the Man Beast. Roman Reigns faces Rhino, and this is Rhino's first appearance in NLW, and he's looking to impress, whereas Roman Reigns is intending to prove that he can make it on his own without the help of Ric Flair and Arn Anderson. Which one of these monsters will come out on top tonight? Rhino has burst onto the scene here in NLW. Is he going to get a victory here against Roman Reigns? Uppercut, but Rhino back at him with a lariat. Look at the strength of Rhino lifting up Roman Reigns. In the corner now, but there's a shout powerbomb. Reigns tries to get back into it, but a drop toe hold. Rhino in trouble. Apron drop kick coming. Superman punch sets it up, but turned into a Uranagi. Again, Rhino picks up the huge frame of Reigns for the belly to belly. Rhino sets him up, but here's a huge clothesline from Reigns. And what is this? It's Ric Flair. Flair down at ringside and gets a Superman punch. But look out! Here comes the gore! Rhino with the victory. Ric Flair distracts Roman Reigns long enough. Roman Reigns loses. Rhino gets a victory here. Well, Flair still clearly resents Roman for spearing him and ending their partnership at WrestleMania 3. And now, folks, it's time for the main match of B Block tonight. The Samoan Submission Machine, Samoa Joe, taking on the Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle. Joe's attempting to bounce back from failing to win the NLW World title at WrestleMania 3, whereas Kurt Angle, having only lost 2 matches in nearly 5 years in this company, finally has the opportunity to earn championship glory. Who is going to rise to the occasion here in our feature matchup from B Block? These are 2 of the potential favourites, not just to win the block, but to win the whole tournament. And they are facing each other here on the first night of block action, and they lock up. And these 2 have had a storied past, and here they've taken it here onto metal. Has a hold of the arm, thrown off the ropes and a shoulder block takedown, and a boot to the spine of Angle. Angle has only lost twice in his NLW career. And Samoa Joe just wails on him with that chop. Now Joe off the ropes, but caught with a belly to belly. Amazing core strength from Kurt Angle, the Olympic gold medalist, with a belly to belly. Now gonna run, or attempt to, at Joe, but Joe backdrops him over. And that was a horrific landing for Angle. Landing right on the concrete outside. And where in the hell is Samoa Joe going? Ah! Tope Suicida! Tope Suicida from Samoa Joe. Diving at him with that forearm. And Samoa Joe's massive frame comes collapsing onto Angle. Lifts him for the suplex, in for the cover. But a kick out by Joe with ease. Samoa Joe now in the ropes and tries to get a hold of him, but a back elbow. Misses the clothesline, and look at that. Tries to lift him, but doesn't have the strength for the German. Instead, a German of his own. Landing Kurt Angle right on his neck, and it's well documented that Angle won the Olympics with a broken neck. And it may have been re-injured by Samoa Joe, and that's going to cause even more injury with a Coquina clutch, but manages to get a jawbreaker to free himself now. Has a pick of the ankle, but kicked away. Back on his feet, from behind, German suplex. This time it connects. And Kurt Angle may have found his opportunity to gain some momentum here in the first night of B Block action. Joe is groggy on his feet. Angle going for the angle slam, but goes behind. Coquina clutch. Can he lock it in? I don't think he's locked it in fully, but goes behind for the ankle lock. Kurt Angle wrenching back on that ankle. Joe is in trouble, but reverses him. Power in the legs. And you can see Kurt Angle go shoulder first into the ring post. And now wails on him in the corner, and big enziguri. And a boot thrusting into the face of Kurt Angle. That knocked him for 6. And you can see him again. Powerbomb by Joe, and a slick transition, slick as you like, into that modified Boston Crab. Angle desperately tries to grab a hold of some of the ropes, but again a transition into the STF. Samoa Joe wrenching back on the neck of Angle, but Angle gets to the ropes just in time. And again, Samoa Joe wonders what he has to do to defeat Angle, but Angle back in it. Massive Western Lariat. Samoa Joe has appeared to be unstoppable thus far. Can Angle change that? He holds his stomach. From behind, German suplex, back to their feet. Second German. Tries to go for a trifecta, but Samoa Joe holds on. And a big back elbow. Muscle buster though. But turned around, sunset flip. Now he's got a hold of the ankle and the ankle lock. With the body in a vine. Now on the floor, Samoa Joe has nowhere to go. Angle has wrenched it in deep. And he is trying desperately to make Joe tap out. Twisting that ankle, but pulled back for the clutch. Locked it under the chin. Samoa Joe now choking the life out of Kurt Angle. Legs grapevining the body, and he's gone limp, and the referee has no choice but to call it a day for Kurt Angle. Samoa Joe becomes only the third man in NLW history to defeat Kurt Angle, and the first man in NLW history to make him pass out with a Coquina clutch. Samoa Joe is victorious as we take a look at the replay of the action in this amazing contest. The tope early on, and then this was what followed. The Coquina clutch turned around into an ankle lock. Then the muscle buster got reversed into the ankle lock, but again Samoa Joe had the power to try and reverse his weight, and then this locked it in tight with the Coquina clutch. Angle didn't even have time to tap out. He passed out, and thus Angle suffers a defeat. A rare defeat for Kurt Angle, but a crucial victory for Samoa Joe in the first night of B Block action. Samoa Joe, 2 points on the board for him. Kurt Angle made to pass out, and Samoa Joe like a runaway freight train. Who is going to be able to stop the Samoan submission machine? Oh my god, here comes the monster among men. This beast literally terrifies me every time he steps foot in an NLW ring. Look at the power, the precision applied from Braun Strowman. Have you ever seen someone lift a man like a child before the way that Braun just did? I don't think this man can be beaten. I haven't seen anybody even come close. Braun Strowman is a force to be reckoned with, and here on Metal, I am sure that Braun will be unstoppable in the future. Who in the hell has what it takes to take out Strowman? Tama Tonga makes his in-ring debut here tonight on Metal. Neck breaker from Tama. Simon Gotch gets crushed in the corner. Tongan twist. About to get spiked. And it's all over now. There's the gun stun. And the bad boy Tama Tonga, along with the rest of Balor Club, makes a statement here tonight. Well, we talked about surprises, and this man shocked the world at WrestleMania 3 by entering himself as a last-minute entrant in the Money in the Bank ladder match that, of course, Stardust himself, Destino, Tetsuya Naito. He ended up winning the briefcase, and now he's a free agent. We saw him on NLW opening it up on episode 60, and now he's in the crowd watching Metal. Certainly would be a great addition to an already stacked roster of talent, including the newest member of the Balor Club, Tama Tonga, and the monster among men, Braun Strowman. And speaking of Braun Strowman, Braun was slated to compete in this G1 tournament. However, obviously a 20-foot fall from a ladder onto concrete isn't good for your body, and that happened at WrestleMania 3, and it's that fall that means he's currently dealing with injury, preventing him from competing. And, well, you have to believe that the G1 competitors are happy that that's the case. Nevertheless, let's move on to A-block action now, and start by looking at a match between two up-and-coming stars. The leader of the Balor Club, Finn Balor, flanked by his teammates Gallows and Anderson, he's facing the new Intercontinental Champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Cody wants to add more gold to his waist, and Balor wants the spotlight he feels has been stolen from him from the likes of AJ Styles and the Young Bucks. Let's see how this plays out. Finn Balor is flanked by his Balor Club brethren, but the American Nightmare is all alone here in this match. Rings the arm and a back kick from Finn Balor. Balor on the apron, but there you see him, sweeps the leg. Cody hangs him out to dry with the DDT. And now the Alabama Slam, no, counted into a stomp. Balor has him held by the neck and paroxysm. Cody whipped into the ropes, but there's a disaster kick. American Nightmare rolling here, and the Spaceman Plancher. The Intercontinental Champion on a roll with the Indian Deathlock. Crossroads coming, no rang around, Bloody Sunday from Finn. Stops it off with the coup de grace. Finn Balor gets the first 2 points in this block. The Intercontinental Champion suffers defeat, and Finn Balor advances. Finn Balor looks impressive in victory, as does Cody despite the defeat. And our next match pits a veteran of the sport against a grizzled wrestler set to claw his way back into title contention. Diamond Dallas Page takes on Drew McIntyre. This first match for them is vital for both to make a good first impression in a block already stacked with potential winners. I wouldn't take it personally when I tell you that these two men are probably underdogs in this block, considering the stacked amount of talent in it. And look at DDP goes for the victory early on with the Diamond Cutter. McIntyre didn't have that one scouted. Neckbreaker. Huge lariat from McIntyre. The man formerly known as Galloway, now McIntyre with a reverse Alabama Slam. Boost up and a clothesline. Gutbuster on the knee. And McIntyre. There's the belly to belly from the top. Spin out powerbomb. Sets up for the Diamond Cutter, but caught out. And now McIntyre, feature shot DDT. McIntyre sets him up for the Claymore kick. Drew McIntyre gets 2 points on the board. Unfortunately for DDP, it was at his expense, but McIntyre steamrolls over him. McIntyre takes one step closer to championship gold with that victory. And now, folks, it is time for our main event. A dream match between the phenomenal AJ Styles battling the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Words can't do justice to the skill and talent that both men possess, so I'm just going to let it speak for itself here in our main event. Will it be Styles or will it be Michaels getting those first 2 points on the board? You see these two athletes stare each other in the face. This is not only an interpromotional dream match, this is a time dream match, if anything, because Shawn Michaels, star of the 90s, and now the new star of wrestling, AJ Styles, both have been compared so many times, and now the matchup is underway. You can see him in the pinning predicament and the headlock. And these two have faced off in NLW before in a cracking matchup at Heatwave a couple of years ago, but there's a chop. And now for only the second time ever they face off here in NLW. And they know each other so well. Michaels knew the dropkick was coming, but AJ Styles knew that Michaels was probably going to reverse it. Tries to block the headlock. And instead the legs on the head of AJ, but now AJ goes to the Styles Clash backdrop. Catches the leg for the sweet chin music, and there's a Pele. Pele from AJ Styles, and these two work at such a phenomenally quick pace, no pun intended, and it's going to be hard to call, but you can see the suplex was reversed into a victory roll, and that in turn was reversed into the calf crusher, but Michaels knew, the ring general knew where he was in the ring, and he got to the ropes. Misses the clothesline and gets hit with a drop kick. AJ Styles gets taken out, but Shawn Michaels is suffering in that knee. Back to their feet, and a suplex into the corner, jarring the already injured back of Shawn Michaels. The last time these two faced off, it was AJ Styles who got the victory, and that was at Heatwave a couple of years ago. But now, what is the result going to be? Michaels looks for the win here. Northern Light suplex and a beautiful bridge, right on his toes, but a kick out by AJ, and now AJ with a flurry of punches. Misses the clothesline though, and here comes Michaels with a lariat. I should say the forearm smash. And a beautiful kick up. Kips up. Sets up for sweet chin music. AJ avoids it though. Catches the boot. Spins into a heel kick. The heel of AJ Styles. Right on the bridge of the nose of the Heartbreak Kid. These two have been fighting tooth and nail to see who's the best in the world. Who will win this G1? Oh, it looks like Michaels scouted AJ springboard 450 into, well, he got the knees up. And that means he can climb to the top rope and deliver that top rope elbow. Remember, I must say we're about 15 minutes into this contest and still we haven't decided a winner. If it goes to 20, it's ruled a draw. And look at AJ, may not even be able to continue. But look at that, keeps up. And it may be over now. There's the forearm smash to the outside. Michaels dragged back in the ring by AJ, who knows the time's not on his side. They've already been battling for about 15 minutes. But that's a springboard, phenomenal forearm, but a kick out. A kick out by Shawn Michaels. The phenomenal forearm did not put him away, and AJ Styles cannot believe it. Not a lot of time left, and both men are groggy. Here in our main event, but an enziguri by HBK right to the skull of AJ Styles. I don't think we know exactly how long's left, or indeed how long Michaels is going to be able to hold on. The calf crusher is locked in, and if he can hold out for a little while longer, maybe he can get the draw, but I know that Michaels doesn't want the draw. He wants to win this match. And you can see that right now, smashing the head of AJ in the canvas. What a counter to the calf crusher. How long have we got left? About 30 seconds it looks like. And Michaels tunes up the band, desperately goes for it, no! Stars clash! 2 points for AJ, no! Roll up, but a kick out. How long we got left? 20 seconds maybe at most. On the apron, springboard, oh my god! Super kick from hell! He doesn't have the strength to cover him. Can he cover him before the time expires too? Oh no! Well, those are the rules, and it's something the audience isn't happy to see, but that's the nature of these tournament matches. To the chagrin of Shawn Michaels, this has ended in a draw. A 20-minute time limit draw between two of the best in the world. Well, we'll take a look at the replay of the action. Both men going at a frenetic pace. Thought it was over here with a phenomenal forearm, and then again back in the ring. And when Michaels went for the super kick, it got turned almost into the Stars Clash, and it got rolled up, and with 20 seconds to go, this super kick from hell, the springboard super kick, but he couldn't cover in time. And well, that's the nature of these G1 matches. 20-minute time limit for the block matches, and that's so that they can have enough time to recuperate for the other 4 matches. And while they don't like the result, but the fans appreciate the effort, and this has only been night 1. If this is the standard for the rest of the G1, I am very much looking forward to it. Both men with 1 point, nobody can break the deadlock. I can't wait to see what these incredible athletes have in store for us next week.